Hello, my name is host Eric, host Talking with Famous People, and I am here with some attendees in the chat room. Blah, Megabro, QB Sauce, Spectator Zachary, Chatter Zachary. He's chatting a little bit here and there, so we might get a little chime in from him by the text. That's possible, I never know. Anyway, I'm hoping this evening to go through on all of these things, or a lot of them, and hope that nobody feels attacked too much. The next type I was going to do is Megabros type, the INTJ. This is the Socionics shit talk page for the INTJ, basically, okay? So let me read it out loud and let the INTJs defend themselves if they wish. Oh my god, this is awesome. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I feel like jumping and screaming and clapping my hands. Behavior will guarantee you the front seat before INTJ firing squad. It is taboo, as INTJs cannot tolerate enthusiasm, and you will soon be punished for openly showing the excitement. If you like something, you should stay quiet. If you don't like something, you must hate it. No emotional attachments or commitments are permitted either. INTJs fear rules and adore them, because what's clear, they fear, unclear, they dear. Nevertheless, they stick to the rules and they demand the same from others. The rules can be interpreted in many ways. Guarantee freedom. Ironically, INTJs learn about their environment through studying the limitations. If the rule states you can't say "ni" and INTJ decides to respect and obey it, they should get extremely annoyed with someone who decides to ignore it. The rules for INTJs often transform into rituals, and they have no problems with rituals. Because of this, INTJs could get comfortable with routine, often mistyping themselves into perceiver types, resulting in many of them thinking of themselves as INTPs. However, the most common way is for INTJs to type themselves into INTXs with undecided preference for J or P. INTJs would not accept anything concrete and solid on principle. The more unshakable it seems, the more challenging for INTJ it appears. Irrefutable truth to them means death. If a sign, "take your hats off," is normally understood as a request to take off headwear, you may suddenly find yourself arguing with an INTJ over what is considered a hat. Thank God for a dictionary. INTJs respect it. It is printed and it is public, but beware of broad interpretations. A broad interpretation is INTJ's ally. Exact meaning is INTJ's enema. I think they mean anathema, not an enema. This is obviously translated badly from the Russian. So far, I'm not sure what to think about it. This says here, lastly, INTJs have a very special relationship with Socionics. They are like the plague, eating its very foundation. They are like ever-growing tumor that turns once solid and sound principles into a formless jelly. Just a bunch of angry termites on rampage. They feed on anything structural, bearing clarity and simplicity by turning it into dust. That's what he says about INTJs. What do you guys think about that?
The part where it says INTJs hate truth or something, what we hate is metaphysics. We hate TI.
You hate TI. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Okay.
You were coming in okay as far as the recording, but I was having trouble with my headphones for a second. But I got you now. I'm not sure what to make of that either. It doesn't sound like an INTJ to me. I don't think they find displeasure in clean systems at all.
Well, the thing is, the writer is talking from the assumption of like a TI user who's really affixed on a TI system, and so when the INTJ says, "Hey, this is a metaphysical system that has no physical basis," that's the perception the writer is taking. They're seeing the TI getting attacked.
So you think the writer's not met it up enough to understand what's really going on?
Yes.
Okay, I agree with you. Anybody else want to chime in on that? Let's see if there's anything more that is there parts that you do think are appropriate. Do you think that they commonly mistype themselves as INTPs?
Well, the thing is, that phrasing, it was emphasizing that the INTJ might think that they're a judgment function dominant, like TI.
Right.
That's the reason that it was saying that. I forgot why it said that. It is very common for INTJs not to know whether they're INTJs or INTPs. For one thing, they're introverts.
It says
Introverts
because
have a
they
hard
get
time
comfortable with
telling.
routines. This is why this is the explanation it gives for why. You asked why, what it said about it. It says they often transform rules into rituals and have no problem with rituals. Thus, they get comfortable with routine, often mistyping themselves into J type or judging types, TI or Dom types.
Well, that's only half true. Only routine in a certain sense. We'll be routine in the way we do something, but we won't necessarily do that thing regularly. It'll be happenstance on whether we do it regularly.
Do you
Like
get the
if it's
Did you get the feel this was written by a Russian INTJ trying to project his expectations as to what NTP problems with NTJs are, or do you think it's an NTP writing it about an NTJ from an NTP's perspective?
I do not think it was written by a TE user for sure. Definitely not TE in the stack.
It doesn't smack right as to me as INTJ writing either. So I don't know. I don't know about that one. I think it's kind of a bad one. Anyone else want to chime in on the bad Russian translation of the poorly reasoned Socionics trashing of INTJ? I'm sorry, INTJ. I wish I could have given you a good trashing. I'll try to write one for you, okay?
Now, it is true that INTJs will try and destroy Socionics because, well, in the sense that we'll make it explode. Functions by themselves are entirely metaphysical concepts, but if they can be broken down into patterns that are more concrete, then that would be making it more detailed. And that is something.
You mean Quirk Code's going to deprecate? Are you saying Quirk Code's going to deprecate Socionics by highlighting its lack of utility?
Eventually, I will be able to. Actually, I haven't read some of the basis for Socionics. They combine a couple of trees together.
Okay,
right now,
well, Mega Bro, just remember, the basics are really simple for Socionics, okay? I want to just fill you in right now, and you'll understand the whole thing perfectly, okay? 1 equals 1, 2 equals 2, 3 equals 6, 4 equals 5, 5 equals 7, 6 equals 8, 7 equals 4, and 8 equals 3, okay? So there you go.
I'm talking about the information theory.
I know, Mega Bro. It's a joke. I was making a joke about Socionics in general. It's a weird system. It's complicated, right? To the extent that it's accurate or inaccurate, I was struck by some of the things Chad was saying earlier about what it says about ENTJ and that he doesn't feel like it describes ENTJ. And listening to it, I didn't really feel like it described ENTJ either. Any thoughts?
I do know another INTJ, and he, I don't know, he does want to be wealthy. Did I say INTJ? I meant to say ENTJ.
Okay, so you know another ENTJ, and he does want to be wealthy. And
yeah.
Do you feel as though he keeps good at tending to his environment? Like, does he keep his house looking nice and stuff like that?
Pretty much.
Because according to Socionics, according to Chad, according to Socionics, so this is hearsay for sure, the ENTJ doesn't care so much about their environment. So, I don't know. That's interesting. Okay, well, but let's not get. I'm sorry about this. Let's not get sidetracked onto this ENTJ thing. That's my bad. We just read the INTJ Socionics trashing thing called Uncovered, and it wasn't that good, and it was a little disappointing. So let's go on to the next episode. Go ahead.
I would expect it to be more attacky.
Yeah, it wasn't a very good one. Some are better than others. Let's find out. Let's see another one.